The celebration of the English watch is a collection of 300 timepieces that will be sold in a series of 4 auctions over the next year. It represents every major period of English horology, covering roughly 400 years, from an Elizabethan watch to a George Daniels tourbillon made in 1970. The quality of the pieces in this collection is truly outstanding, especially the quality of watches made in the 17th century, when makers lived and worked during the plague, the Great Fire of London, and political upheaval. Despite these disruptions, British makers were still innovating and creating technological advances that improved timekeeping. The first sale comprises 97 watches from masters such as John Arnold, David Ramsay, and John Ellicott. Watch and clockmakers originally belonged to a variety of guilds. As the horological trade grew with the influx of immigrants, local makers banded together to form their own guild. In 1631, Charles I granted their charter, and the clockmakers came into existence in 1632. The company helped regulate the horological trade in London and is still active today, making it the oldest horological institution in the world. Ramsay was one of the finest early makers and the first master of the Clockmakers Company. He was appointed chief clockmaker to King James I and the maker of one of the highlights in our sale. Lot 4 is an astronomical verge watch that has an engraved portrait of King James I on its inner cover, as well as signs of the zodiac, lunar date, and moon phases. The engravings of scenes from Ovid's Metamorphoses on the outside of the case and the portrait on the inside are remarkably detailed. Another highly interesting piece is a watch by Richard Bowen. It is another astronomical watch and has the engraving on the back of the outer case of Charles I. The image is based on William Marshall's engraving of the frontispiece of the Icon Basilica, which was supposedly written by the king shortly before his execution in 1649. Another important watch is a pocket chronometer made by John Arnold. His work highlights England's preeminence in precision watchmaking. It is the earliest form of spring detent used by Arnold, and the watch is one of only a few that have survived in such exceptionally original condition. This collection is a snapshot not only of 400 years of English horology, but also England's rich history.